just being in love and knowing each other well does not magically prepare you for marriage.
It does not.
It does not. There's no magic to it.
Mm-mm.
There's some work
Right.
that has to be done, which is interesting because the work that you have to do before you get married is only a precursor to the work you have to do to stay married.
Right. So I think we did a decent job of getting ready to get married. Now we asked and answered a lot of questions before I even asked you to marry me, and then after we got engaged, which is an interesting story. After we got engaged, we had some more conversation, but our premarital counseling, we'll talk about that later.
Right.
But I think we did a decent job. We weren't ready though, but we did a decent job.
Right. So for me, yeah, we did a lot of talking, a lot of question answering, but I was nowhere near ready to be married. In addition to the fact that I was 23.
Yeah.
I think that's young.
Yeah.
Now that we have a daughter, I'm like, no,
much later.
much later.
Right.
So yes, we talked, and then once we had our premarital counseling, that was an adventure.
Right.
But thankfully we had people praying for us because it's only with prayer that we are here today. Okay.
Right. So why do we need premarital counseling? Because a lot of the stuff that you're going to discuss are things that you may not have discussed in depth.
Right.
And you may not have had an opportunity to get those things out with someone else helping you walk through it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what was missing in our premarital counseling. Right. I love the man that did it for us.
Right.
But he just kind of gave us a lot of information.
Right. He dominated the conversations.
Right.
So it didn't feel like it was any longer about us.
Right. And he was giving us a lot of good, I feel like he gave us some good information, but
it was good information, but it didn't really help or prepare us to have conversations with each other.
Right. It wasn't a training as much as it was a lecture.
Right.
For 6 weeks.
Yeah.
For about an hour.
Yeah.
So it wasn't what we needed at the time.
Right.
It was good information. But one of the things that stood out to me from that session was just it made me know and realize that this is my wife and I'm responsible for my wife for the rest of her life and my life, whichever one ends first.
Yeah, but the issue is that it was so long, it was so one-sided that I can't even remember. And a couple of times, I know I lost consciousness.
You were good at faking it.
For large amounts of time. Because it was like one story after another.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing that I remember, the one thing that I remember from 6 weeks. So, that kind of. So, but it didn't prepare us because our first year was rough. And I think if we had gone through some of the stuff that we're going to take you through, I think it would have helped us. We probably would have still had a rough time.